This is BBC One for the East Midlands.
Tonight, a miraculous escape for the helicopter pilot who crashed into power lines.
Also cut down to size, the newspaper hoping to get bigger by going smaller.
And find out why they were screaming at him.
From the BBC's East Midlands News Centre, East Midlands Today with Nick Thatcher and Kathy Rochford.
Hello and a warm welcome to East Midlands Today from the BBC. Thanks very much for joining us this Friday evening.
Also tonight we look ahead to a weekend of sport while Sara has the weather and her weekly roundup of what's on.
But first tonight, a pilot has had a remarkable escape after his helicopter crashed into power lines.
He walked away from the wreckage with just cuts and bruises. The man was flying back to his home just outside the village of Saxelby near Lincoln when he got into difficulties and crashed. About 1,000 homes are now without electricity.
So only one broadsheet left in our part of the world, unless you know better, of course. Now, you're watching East Midlands Today from the BBC. Still to come this Friday evening. Chasing the Dragon, how iguanas are helping to celebrate St George's Day.
And bully for them, the women hockey players aiming to be the best in Britain.
Yes, dragons were on the move today in the East Midlands, and St George was out looking for them. Not real dragons, of course, but iguanas. And not a real St George, just a chap looking after them.
It was all to mark the move of the Latin American reptiles from their winter quarters at Rutland Water. Chris Mills takes up the story.
Keep trying, Joe. I don't know what all the fuss is about. I mean, would you swap me for him?
I'm going to be diplomatic. I'm going to pass on that. I tell you what really impressed me, though. That stretch limo. Wasn't it long? It was.
Size isn't important. Let's go to Zara now, who has the weather for us for the weekend.
You know, I wouldn't mind if it was raining outside, if he was actually inside with you. Well, I suppose a girl could actually dream, and I think the words very nice actually spring to mind, which isn't what we can say about St George's Day on the weather front. It was certainly a bit of a washout.
That's on Monday, and from my very own garden, I can't impress Kathy by cleaning windows or taking off my shirt, so for St George's Day, a posy of roses for you, my dear.
That's very kind. Thank you very much indeed. Don't forget the late news just before 9:30 this evening.
And have a good weekend, whatever you're doing. Bye-bye.